Well, happy Thanksgiving weekend to you. It is time for This Week in Wabash. We're going to do it a little early this week so you can see all the Black Friday deals. All right, we'll talk about a bunch of different businesses in Wabash that are having Black Friday deals. In fact, folks from those stores will tell you. Plus, we'll check in with Harry Kilmer. He opened back up at Harry's Old Kettle Pub and Grill after being closed for a little while because of COVID. And we'll see what he did to get ready for that. Mayor Scott Long will join us and talk about the county being red as far as COVID goes. Mayor Long will join us on the show. And MSD Schools' Joe Lacey. He is actually the assistant principal at Southwood Junior Senior High. So we'll talk to them as well. Get ready for an awesome show today. Again, we're starting it early this weekend so you can know exactly what's going on. Please shop local. We would appreciate it so much. And sit back and watch This Week in Wabash.
Hi, I'm Andrea with Wabash Marketplace, and I want to tell you all about Downtown Bucks. If you haven't bought these before for your holiday shopping, then you've been missing out. The Bucks are like vouchers you can use anywhere in downtown Wabash for your holiday shopping. If you buy them here at Visit Wabash County in person, you get this awesome little gift set with a plastic tumbler, and then your Bucks come in an envelope here. If you buy them online this year, that's a new feature. We can ship them anywhere that you want. So you can go on wabashmarketplace.org and look for the Bucks. They're sold in $10 increments. And then once you get the Bucks, they look like this. And again, they're in $10 increments. You can spend them anywhere in downtown Wabash, and they're valid until the end of March of 2021. So stop in to Visit Wabash County and buy your downtown Bucks, or go online at wabashmarketplace.org and you can buy them online.
Make sure you come down to the Welcome Center at 221 South Miami Street on Black Friday and Small Business Saturday from 10 to 2 p.m. We're having 25% off your entire purchase, and we have our Erica Ford Wabash Triptych print 50% off at $24 and the single prints at $14. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
This is Brian from Wireless Son of Wabash. Stop in and see us on Black Friday weekend. Switch and get up to $300 back in Visa gift cards. In addition to that, get $400 off the iPhone SE. If you like the iPhone 12 series, get up to $700 back in trade-in offers on that. If you're a Samsung fan, get up to $950 off our latest Samsung smartphones. Some of our Samsung smartphones are as low as 83 cents a month. So also, in addition to the smartphone offers, buy more, save more. What that means is you get up to $480 off some of our latest tablets and up to $230 off our Samsung and Apple smartwatches. Come see us at the Wireless Zone of Wabash. We're in the Wabash Crossing Shopping Center.
Hi, this is Christina from Wood and Ivy. Stop down on Black Friday and check out our specials. We're going to do spin the wheel for 25 to 40% off, and also you have a chance to get free gifts. On Small Business Saturday, we are also doing answer Christmas trivia questions for a percentage off and free gift. For every $25 purchase, you get a free Wooden Ivy $5 bucks that can be used at a future purchase. And for every $50 purchase, you get free Royalettes.
Hi, stop down to C&J Racks on Black Friday from 9 to 6 and Small Business Saturday from 9 to 4. All of our new clothing is buy one, get one 20% off, and all of our used clothing is 60% off. Our gift certificates buy $25 and get $30, and buy $50 and get $60. We hope to see you.
Hi folks, this is Amy at Borders. Listen, on Friday and Saturday of this week, we are going to be offering 20% off everything in the store, and that includes custom framing. So bring your projects in and we will make sure to give you that discount. See you this weekend.
Hi, this is Kim from Wabash Pizza King. Black Friday is just this Friday. Small Business Saturday is this Saturday. Come on down. Special is a 14-inch 2-topping for $10. Before tax, of course. 563-7417. Come on down and see me and the gang. We're anxious to help ya.
Hi, my name's Jama Lang, and I'm from Brush Boutique in Wabash. On Black Friday, we'll have $10 leggings, and we'll be open from 10 to 4 p.m. And then on Small Business Saturday, we will have swag bags for the first 25 people to spend $50. And then we will also have our store on sale. and then we'll be open from 10 to 4 on Saturday. Thank you.
We're so excited here at Modox Market for the holiday, our locally roasted coffee beans and all of your favorite holiday flavors. You can actually go on our website and ship coffee beans to your family and friends that can't make it to visit. modoxmarket.com, and we also have all of our brand candy. So get to shopping.
Kristen, what are you doing with all those 50s?
You haven't heard? We're having a Black Friday special. You could receive a little extra green in your withdrawal. These 50s will be randomly mixed in with 20s at every branch location, starting at 9 a.m.
So all day on Friday?
Yes, that's right. All day on Friday, you could receive a 50 in your withdrawal instead of a 20.
That is awesome. It sounds like everybody needs to head to Crossroads Bank on Friday.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Pam, coming to you from Bluebird Boutique. We're going to let you know our daily deals for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. We're open both Friday and Saturday from 10 to 5. So Friday specials are the first 10 people in the door will receive a free gift with purchase. And then throughout the day, you will receive 20% off one item of $50 or more purchase. So Kim, you want to share with us Saturday?
Well, Pan, Saturday, the first 10 people in the door will get a free gift with purchase. And in honor of Small Business Saturday, we've chosen to highlight local artists with By Tabby Clothing. We have Emily Kai Jewelry, Hyde and Alchemy Perfumery, and Designs by Stephanie. You'll receive 20% off of one item honoring local designers. And we are open until 5 or till the last customer leaves. Thank you.
Put a mask on your face. You're not a disgrace. Keep from spreading germs all over the place. We are Wabash. We are Wabash.
Harry Kilmer from Harry's Old Kettle Pub and Grill. And Harry, here we go again. You've had to close for a little bit with the COVID situation. And currently, this show airs on Friday, but currently you're getting everything all cleaned up and ready to roll, huh?
Yes. We finally got enough of our staff off quarantine, and we're in here sanitizing, doing prep work, getting ready to open up, and then we'll be reopened regular hours on starting Friday.
Okay. So what all did you do to the place? What did you have to do?
We completely stripped, all the tables down, the chairs. We sanitized everything in the front of the house, the bar, behind the bar, every seat, table, back of the house. We did the same thing. We, cleaned the entire kitchen, sanitized all the handles, every piece of equipment back there. Then we started over doing all over the prep work.
All right, so let's talk about the rules that that have come across with the numbers now, and what the mayor has done and what the governor has done. How do you plan on proceeding here, starting Friday through the rest of the week?
Well, we're going to be back to 50% capacity.
Okay.
With 6 feet, in between each table for distancing.
Yeah.
Going to make all the staff will all be wearing masks again. It was just unfortunate, just the way, a few people got it. A couple of our regulars, regular customers got tested positive and had symptoms. Only one of my staff actually had symptoms. We had quite a few tests positive. They were all asymptomatic, so no one had any symptoms at all. So as much as you be careful.
Yeah, it makes it tough, because if you don't have any symptoms, you don't think about going and getting tested. I mean, you just wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's good to know that you're going to get back open, and regular business hours as far as 11 to 9.
11 to 9 for dinner. We'll be open till midnight. Just so we'll be doing some cleaning at night as well. But if somebody's having a drink, if they want to hang out or whatever, we have no problem with that. We'll be open till midnight.
Okay. And at this point, no bar seating at all.
No bar seating. No, unfortunately.
Okay. Gearing back up for carryouts and stuff, Harry?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're talking. I've got a few of the girls have been asking me if we can do deliveries again, so that's an option. We're going to look at that as well.
Okay.
But definitely carryouts. We can do. You can call we'll have it run out to you. So
Excellent. All right, Harry, appreciate it. Good luck to you. Let's try to stay open from now on.
yeah, I hope so.
All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right. We're with Mayor Scott Long. Scott, this week in Wabash, talking about all of the things that are going on, and just got some news on Wednesday about our county being red. Can you explain to people how we went from orange to red this week?
So that county metric is based on the percentage of the overall test since the beginning of this thing. So as I'm trying to pull the stats up right now, Wade, on my computer as we're discussing this, but we're over 16%. 15% is the threshold between orange and red. So we surpassed that. We were close last week. I think we were at 13.7 or 13.9. So we've surpassed 15%. That puts us in a red status.
But you were anticipating this, or I mean, obviously not willing it, but anticipating it when you made your remarks on Friday. I mean, you knew this was coming.
Yeah, I track the percentages every single day, and I can see us climbing.
Mm-hmm.
The scary part is, Wade, today's stats came out. We're over 30% of the individuals tested in the last 7 days tested positive.
Over 30% of the people tested.
Over 30% in this time period. I'm having an issue getting the state's website up. It's asking me if I want to ask a question. I got lots of questions.
Yeah, everybody's got lots of questions.
Yeah, so once I get this up, and I'm looking primarily at District 3, and that's State Department of Health District 3, which encompasses, I believe it's 9 or 10 counties in Northeast Indiana. And those are the ones, that I watch. As I look at the red and orange map, Allen County, Whitley County, Wabash County, Grant County, Blackford, and Jay are all red. Steuben, LaGrange, and I think it's Elkhart are all red. So what we're looking at on the positivity side of things, if I go just to our district, and it takes a second for it to pull up, but you can look at this map and it says all tests, and that would be all tests from March to yesterday. Okay, and if I look at that positivity percentage, Wabash County is at 17.3% positive. So that's positive tests out of everybody tested in that time period. Now, if I click on the box at the top of that map that says individuals, that shows me that Wabash County's 30.7% positive.
So basically, almost a third of everybody that's been tested in Wabash County has been positive. Almost.
That's what we're looking at. And that's from the period. Well, let me click on Wabash County and I'll tell you the dates. My Microsoft Surface tablet's having an issue with its touchpad. Yeah, that's a 7-day positivity rate. So this encompasses all tests from yesterday going back 77 days. And we're at 30.7%. So the way I like to look at that, if I walk into Walmart and there are 10 people standing there, then I assume that 3 of those people are positive.
That's a very good point now. Yeah.
If you go into a restaurant and there's 20 people, 6 of those people you can assume are probably positive.
Right.
I mean, that's the only way I know to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
At this rate, we've got, and we're up to 21 deaths in Wabash County. 1,625 positive cases. And I still get people telling me that we don't need to require people to wear masks. Everybody's got an opinion, and I've got mine. But I'm tasked to keep this community as safe as possible. If I go back a week, Wade, we were the third best county as far as positivity in District 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're the second worst. Yeah, we're ahead of Allen County. We're ahead of Whitley County. The only county that has more percentage of positivity than us is LaGrange County at 35.5.
And that's not stuff to be proud of, is it, Scott?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we were doing so well in the spring, and you can see on the graphs when we went to stage 5, you can see the spike in cases from that point to now, and it just continually goes up. Now, I listened to Dr. Fauci this morning on Good Morning America. He's predicting that after the Thanksgiving holiday, it's going to take 3 weeks for any spikes to show up. I figured it'd take 2 weeks, but he's saying 3 to get the full effect of it. And when I look at the news reports, and there's over 1 million people per day since Friday flying, that's worrisome.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
The
well, let's talk.
CDC,
Go ahead.
The CDC is telling everybody to stay home, and obviously that's not what's happening.
Yeah. So let's talk about going from orange to red. Is this something the governor is going to change anything or do anything, or just we're self-governing, already knowing that what we were able to do in orange now has to change in red? Is that right?
Yeah, and we talked about it in my press release Friday that if we went to red, no gatherings larger than 25 people who must be masked and who must be social distanced.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're, let's say, for example, you go in Harry's, you better have a mask on unless you're taking a drink or you're eating a bite, and then put it back on as soon as you take that drink and stay 6 feet away from people.
Mm-hmm.
That is the guidance now. You and I both know that that's probably not going to be, hopefully it'll be followed. Let's just put it that way. I hope everybody understands the seriousness of this. I read a story this morning about a NICU nurse from Indianapolis, one of the hospitals down there. Caught COVID in July, was in a coma until September, woke up and her lungs were destroyed, and she had to have a double lung transplant. And she was the 6th COVID patient that had to have a double lung transplant. And they said her lungs hardened was the reason she had to have the transplant. So they couldn't expand and contract. That's how it affected her. I don't want it to affect me that way. That's why you see me sitting at my dining room table right now.
Right. Right. So as far as recourse goes, I mean, obviously you've heard stuff all over the country. These, people calling these mayors just ridiculous. These governors ridiculous. I mean, there's nothing that you will do or can do about people having 10 people in their home for Thanksgiving and all that. You just suggest they don't, right?
No, I'm just recommending don't get in big crowds, and I'd even suggest if you have somebody from the outside coming into your home, say from a different part of the state or a different part of the country, wear a mask, stay apart from each other, sit across the living room. I don't want to. I want to ban families from seeing each other.
Right.
Quite possibly, it could be the last time you see a family member. You don't know.
Right. So, knowing now that we are red, it's official, according to the ISDH. So now we have to do. Churches can't do anything more than 25, then, right?
Right.
Okay.
And they still have to be masked.
Yeah.
And they still have to socially distance.
Okay.
We're trying our level best to keep our businesses open. And we're trying our level best to keep sporting activities going. But at the bare minimums of crowd participants. And even if you're a parent of a basketball player and you go to watch them play that basketball game, keep your mask on and socially distance. I looked at some photos from the Southwood girls game last night. There were people that had masks on, and a lot of the pictures were from the visitor side. They were playing Oak Hill. Scary to think, because Grant County's red too. Oak Hill's in Grant County. Tip of Miami County kind of gets into Converse too. I implore the schools to ensure that the opposing fans are also wearing their masks. There weren't as many pictures of the Southwood sideline, but the ones I did see, people in the stands were wearing their masks. I don't know what to do to get the message across, Wade, that how serious this is. If you can't see in a week Wabash and Wabash County going from the third best as far as COVID positivity to the second worst, I mean, that tells me something. And when, like I talked before, if you get in a group of 10 people, you got to figure 3 of them are positive at a 30.7%. We're almost 31% positivity rate in this county in the last week. Now, we've got the ISDH testing site at the church going on too. And I went out there a couple minutes before 9 yesterday, and they were already lined up. I mean, there were people in the seats, socially distanced, waiting to get tested. People lined up inside the door going into the gym, and people in the parking lot waiting to go inside. And everybody says, well, the more testing you do, the higher the positivity rate is. Well, if we don't do testing, it's going to be double that. Because if you don't know you're positive and you're out there refusing to wear a mask and spreading this around and infecting, and we've talked about this the whole time, Wade, assume that everybody's got it. That's what you got to do. And the mask is so you don't spread it. It's not to protect me from you if you're positive. It's to protect you from me. In case I am positive, I'm not spraying droplets out of my mouth that are infected.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm beating a dead horse.
I know. The message is the same from a week ago, last Friday, but repetition hopefully will prevail.
It's the only thing I know to do, and I know the mayor of Huntington issued an executive order yesterday. I'm not real sure about that one. They're talking about fines and issuing summons to appear. Give you a warning ticket the first time.
It's like $25 and then $50.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to do that. In order for me to do that, I have to have my city council pass a local ordinance that says my police officers can do this. I haven't read anything where that occurred in Huntington. So I'm not sure. It's a fellow mayor. I understand what he's trying to accomplish. and their positivity rate's at 19.4% for the last week. And, that's in looking at the district map, that's the lowest rate in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 counties. And he's trying, and Mayor Strick's taking those steps. And if you go to all tests, we were 3 percentage points apart over all tests last week. We were at like, 10.8, and they were at 10.5. Now they're at 9.4, and we're at 17.3 for all tests.
Mm-hmm.
So we've eclipsed them. I mean, we were 0.3% higher than they were. Now we're almost 8%, 7.9% higher.
Man,
that's
so
telling.
Yeah. Just basically need to get people to take this a little more serious. Be very, very careful. Stay away from each other if you can. I mean, as much as you can, distance-wise, and keep those masks on, right?
Especially if you're going to go Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jackie and I think we're pretty well done. Christmas shopping, so I don't have to go out in that melee.
Right.
And I continue. The restrictions I put in place, Wade, I didn't do that for people to be tattletales. And that's what's happening. I've got people going in the stores, calling City Hall. Well, these people aren't wearing masks. Look, all I can do is make the recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to run out, and I'm not going to belittle somebody, because that's not the American way. I'm giving the best advice I can give on how you can go out and shop safely. Don't call the mayor's office because somebody's not wearing a mask. If you feel that strongly about it, say something yourself. I don't know how else to put it, because I don't have the time personally, nor do I have the personnel available to go out and do this, because quite frankly, my employees are quarantined or testing positive for this thing, and it's no joke. It's about all I got to say, Wade. I don't know what else to say about it.
No, I appreciate you coming on this week in Wabash. Thanksgiving kept us from doing our weekly report, but this will suffice right now. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Stay safe.
You too. Thanks, Wade.
Right. Thanks, Scott.
Today at MSD of Wabash County, we have Assistant Principal at Southwood Junior Senior High School, Mr. Joe Lacey. Hello.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So I know a lot about you, but a lot of people don't know a lot about you. So tell us a little bit about yourself and also the path of becoming the Assistant Principal at Southwood Junior Senior High School.
Oh, that's a storied tale.
Yeah.
No, I've been in education. This is my 21st year. The first 12 spent down near Muncie, near where I live, taught business education classes, secondary classes for 12 years. Taught that same thing 4 years at Southwood before moving over to the office. The last 5 years been the assistant principal. Have 2 kids of my own and have a senior for the first time this year. So we're going through that. It's very interesting.
And I saw that you put his senior pictures up on your wall.
Yeah, hung the senior pictures up in the house for this weekend, and that was a weird feeling, And so just realizing, he's almost done.
I'll tell you, that's really a bittersweet moment, but you enjoy it all the time here during your senior year. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I've graduated over 20. This will be my 21st class of graduating high school kids, but it'll be the most meaningful one this year for me. Yeah.
So many people do not really know about what the role of the assistant principal is, and some people do. But tell us a little bit about your role as in your responsibilities, your job duties on a daily basis.
Okay. I think a lot of people, when they think assistant principal, they think discipline, and that's true. That's true. I handle the bulk of the discipline in the building for a 7 through 12 building. That varies day by day as to what those things are. But I have a lot of other hats that I wear throughout the school year. I really enjoy getting out into the classrooms and seeing kids learn and seeing teachers teach. And so Mr. McDaniel and I have agreed to split up their evaluation responsibilities. I'm the primary evaluator for a third of our staff, which is about 10 teachers. I'm the primary evaluator. I'm the secondary evaluator for everybody else. Primary evaluator for a few of our classified staff as well. Chair the safety committee, chair what we call the BIT committee, which is the behavior intervention team. Sit on a lot of other committees, obviously, that Mr. McDaniel might chair. A lot of the safety things I would pretty much be the lead on right now. I think Mr. McDaniel and I both really take the lead when it comes to safety. That's obviously very, very important. Supervision of events, things like that, supervision of cafeteria, and I love to get around and talk to the kids every day at lunch. And so it's more than just discipline. I know a lot of people think the old term vice principal, just deals with that. And I do a lot of that, like I said, and also attendance. Attendance falls on my shoulders, the bulk of that, which has been a really crazy thing this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the vice principal because we've talked about this before, but my dad was a band director at Southwood Junior Senior High School for 29 years and also the vice principal, so they were in charge of vice. But I am very happy that we are now transitioned to assistant principal because, like everyone heard today, you do a lot more than just the discipline. And you do an excellent job, and I've already told you that before, but you do an excellent job with overseeing all those different duties and could lead, and you guys have a good team there with Mr. McDaniel. So, but one of the jobs that you do is the discipline. So
Mm-hmm.
you know really the high expectations that we have students. You know the character of the students. You would be a very reliable source because you work with
Right.
students every single day. So tell us a little bit about how you feel and what your perceptions are of the Southwood Junior Senior High School students.
Oh, absolutely. I think that we have a great student body. And I think a lot of that, you can look at some discipline data and then, make some deductions from that. And I know a lot of people may not think to do that. But Mr. McDaniel and I joke about a story. When he was the assistant principal, I was still in my role as a teacher. I was down at lunch duty, helping supervise lunch, and so was Mr. Dale, a teacher of ours that's been there for a long time. And one group of kids got up to leave, another group's coming in, and Mr. Dale was kind of crabbing around, and Mr. McDaniel said, "Hey, what's wrong?" And he says, "All these kids need to push in their chairs." To the tables when they leave, which is true, of course. But I know Mr. McDaniel and I joked right there because we were both newer to the corporation at that time. Actually, Mr. McDaniel and I were hired the same year in our roles at that time, and we joked about if pushing in chairs is one of the worst things going on here in the building, we've got it pretty good. But no, I really do think that the families, the character of the kids, a lot of the families I've gotten to know, great families. We have really, really good kids. When I look at data, I look at discipline data every quarter, every grading period. I run some reports based on that just for myself and for some committees we have to take a look at things. And always, and I think it even held true when Mr. McDaniel was the assistant principal, the 5 years now that I've been assistant principal, every quarter our top 2 referrals, disciplinary referrals, are tardies and unexcused absences. And so I thought, if our biggest discipline problem is attendance, then we're doing pretty good. I mean, obviously we have some things that come up every once in a while where maybe suspensions and things may be looked at, things like that. I really enjoy the role with discipline because it's not only, the kid made a mistake and there's going to be a consequence, which needs to happen to help them learn, but to talk them through that, to make sure they understand, what they did, what they could do better next time, and the goal of obviously then this not happening again. And so I've really enjoyed the kids, and I realize, like I said, I've probably got it pretty good if you want to look at much larger districts. I know Mr. McDaniel and I both come from a much larger school before we came to Southwood, and I can tell you that there were much larger discipline problems, and the brevity of them sometimes would really leave you speechless. And so I think at Southwood we've had very, very little of that, those type of things. And so I've really enjoyed that part of it too, where, like I said, when there's somebody in my office, it's not normally for, this, a really, really bad mistake. But kids are going to make mistakes. We all do, adults too, and so I just like to help them grow through that. But I do think when you look at that data and look around at what our actual discipline referrals are for, it speaks to the character of the families. It speaks to the character of the morals that the kids have, that the families have instilled in them. And I think we've got a great community at Southwood.
At MSD, of course, our schools, that's a high priority for us. So can tell us more about some of the ways Southwood is being proactive in helping students be successful.
I think one of the major things we've done over the last number of years actually started when I was a teacher. I was on the committee that helped form this, but we have, since we're the Knights, we have roundtables, what we call, Knights of the Round Table reference. But we have roundtables every Tuesday and Thursday after school until 4 o'clock. And what that is time for any kid in the building to come in, get some work done, get some assistance if they need it. It's kind of started as a little bit of a tutoring program if necessary. I ask all of our teachers to try and sign up for 1 or 2 of those every semester or so. So we'll have I supervise every one of those. We usually have a teacher or 2 maybe in there with me, and so that helps me because I didn't teach all subjects, and so I'm glad to have some other experts in there too. But we give kids that opportunity to come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school if they so choose, to get some extra work done, to get some extra help, things like that. Whenever we look at some grades maybe that aren't so well or some failing grades, especially when I've looked into that, I'd say 95% of the time it's just because they have missing work and some things not turned in. So it's good to give them a chance maybe to just sit down, have a quiet place, full internet capability in the building and things to get some stuff done and get caught up. To expand on that, one of the things that I do in looking at academic success, about 2 or 3 times, usually 3 times every 9 weeks, I'll run an F list, is what it's called really, and I'm looking for kids who have maybe 2 Fs or more through a report we can run through Skyward. That's our attendance and grade program. And I'm looking for those kids who have, maybe they're failing a couple classes. And so then we're emailing home. If no email, we're mailing that letter home to parents. We're contacting the kids at school, making contact with them and letting them know this is where you're at. We've got 6 weeks left. We've got 4 weeks left, whatever, till the end of the grading period. We really want you to get that grade up. Once they appear on that list, then the roundtables become mandatory at times, and so I'll assign those. Those have to be done within a couple weeks period, where we're gonna make those kids come in, stay after school, get some work done, get some things caught up. I really like that program because of the timing of it throughout the 9 weeks, and then obviously what we're trying to avoid is failure of classes, to where where a kid may then have to repeat a course or something like that. So try and get out ahead of it and be proactive with it, and look at our grades as they're ongoing. And then, kind of maybe putting our thumb down on some kids who need it to get their stuff turned in and get completed.
So telling us a little bit about all those programs to be successful, that goes along, I believe, with the statistic of your graduation rate. I know that's 97 above, year in and year out. And so I really believe the things that you're doing with all of those programs is making the students be successful. So we appreciate that.
That's great, and that's the goal. Like we said, young kids are going to make mistakes and they're going to make errors in life, and this is a good time to do those things. But I like that role of being able to make contact with them, help them through that situation, and I really love to see the change from a kid 7th and 8th grade to the time they're a senior, and to see their development, the maturity, the growth. And ultimately, obviously, like you said, we want them to be successful. And so I've been really, really happy with how we do that at Southwood.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Lacey, and sharing a little bit about yourself and also the successes at Southwood Junior Senior High School. And as always, at MSD of Wabash County, dream big and work hard.